Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you are. This is Bubbles, a business affiliate of Karatbars International. Thank you so much for joining me in this segment where I will talk about the importance of understanding your story and goals. Bonus feature, golden nuggets that I've learned along the way. First, I cannot ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. Here's a little bit about me. I am a North Carolina State University graduate. Go Wolfpack. I know that this is not a word, but I am best described as a former corpreneur and now entrepreneur. Why corpreneur? Because I was a mix of corporate and entrepreneur. I tried to be a super cool aunt of two nieces and one nephew who are my godkids as well. I am blessed to be an inventor as a result of my corporate experience who loves sports, reading books, traveling, and people. My roots go back to a family of entrepreneurs and business owners. My Karatbars International story began in December 2013 while working in corporate America. I was surfing online one evening and I stumbled across a picture of our gold product. Naturally, as an inventor who appreciates innovation, I was a little wild because I had never seen anything like it before. After learning about the live webinars held twice daily, I checked out two or three different ones, and after watching Boomer, I was like, sign me up. I wanted to be a part of this. It wasn't just watching the webinars that prompted me to action. A variety of experiences caused me to really think about my life and future. Was I fulfilling my life's calling and passion? Am I contributing at the level of my desire and capability? Will a corporate platform enable me to serve in the way that I wanted to do so? I thought about those things as I continued my new journey with Karatbars International on a part-time basis while working full-time in corporate America. Clearly, I could see the ordering of my steps, and in September 2014, I walked away to become a full-time entrepreneur. Additionally, Boomer had a tremendous wealth of financial knowledge. As I began to learn about gold, I pondered more about the economic landscape, and not just domestically, but internationally as well. Statistics support that Americans are not great savers. In fact, 62% of Americans have less than $1,000 in their savings account. Some don't even have a savings account. Then I learned about the BRICS, BRICS, and G20 Summit, bail-in, and how China is buying gold like there is no tomorrow. And I thought, wait a minute, not only is this a cool product, but I can be a part of something bigger than what I'm doing now. Could I help more people develop a better practice of saving, but to take it a step further, saving in gold? And through this practice of saving on a recurring basis, perhaps this practice will translate in other financial areas. What is my why? First, I wasn't operating of my true self. It's crazy. But as I speak, this memory comes to mind so clearly. It was the very first day of my new career after graduating from the university. I was new, so of course, I didn't know anyone. A lady, my colleague, walked up to me and introduced herself. She proceeded to say, like, why are you here? I reply, what do you mean? She repeats, like, why are you here? And with a puzzled expression on my face, she proceeds, you don't look like you should be here. You strike me as a person who would be running a company and not working for one. You know, at the time, I thanked her for what I accepted as a compliment and didn't think anything else of it until now as I speak on this recording. But the last week of my job, several people reached out to me to extend their well wishes, and many of them shared that they never thought that I would have stayed for so many years because they clearly thought that I should and would have been pursuing my own endeavor. It's crazy, but it's like people always saw those qualities in me, even if they were not most evident to me. It's amazing how life works. But do I have any regrets? Absolutely not. Life sometimes occurs beyond our control and even expectations. I am so grateful for the corporate experiences that have definitely helped me now as a full time entrepreneur. I share this story with the utmost humility. The point of this story, I am the happiest that I've ever been because I am doing my life's calling. Caribars International allows me to develop in this domain where I do not have any regrets, should have, would have, a product and mission that I love because I believe that everyone should have goals considering the times that we are living in today. If you need a reality check, if you haven't done so already, just Google terms like BRICS and bail-in. I can appreciate the opportunity where there is no ceiling on the things that I can do and the results to such contribution. So if there is ever a time that I suck at this, then you know what? I know that I can figure it out because I know that when I get it right, if that should ever happen, it's a wrap. My results will be compensated accordingly. There are many affiliates of Karatbars International who earn more than their sponsor. There are many affiliates earning 4 and 5 figures weekly. There are many affiliates who saved their homes, avoided bankruptcy, etc. Why? The model rewards pure results. The e-commerce model rewards pure results. Lastly, but not last in my heart, I love people. I like connecting with people from different walks of life. The beauty of our industry and company is that it enables me to connect with so many different people. What is your story? Why did you get started with Karatbars International? What is your why? This is important because this is what will drive you throughout your journey. Truly reflect on these questions. People love stories, and it will serve as your fuel. Goal setting and execution. Why? Why set goals? First, it gives clarity on your end vision. How can you get to your destination if you don't even know where you want to go? It drives you forward. It promotes you focus, keeps you accountable, helps you to maximize your potential. So what are your goals? What are your goals? Why? SMART goals. If you're not familiar with this methodology, it's a great methodology to really help you, get started with your goals. SMART. Your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-based. Specific. What, where, how. Define as much of the goal as possible. Measurable. Measurable enables you to track your progress and success. Achievable. Will you be able to achieve it? Is it attainable? Do you have the time and the resources to dedicate to the goal? Relevant. Are you in alignment with it? Goals are relevant to you and your interests. Time-based. When? When should this goal happen? Set a date for accomplishing your goal. Be aggressive, yet realistic. Examples of some SMART goals. To save 12 to 52 grams of Karatbars by December 2016. That means you could save a gram of gold every week or a gram a month or even more than that. But a SMART goal, to reach out to at least 3 new prospects daily, to attend at least 1 corporate regional event by December 2016. These are examples of SMART goals. Golden nuggets. And before I get into golden nuggets, please, please, please sit back, reflect in silence, and really think about your goals for what you would like to achieve within Karatbars for the next 30, 90, 365 days. What do you want to achieve, and create goals so that you can work towards them? Understand your why, because your why is going to fuel you as you work towards those goals. All right, so golden nuggets. These are some golden nuggets that I learned from watching a panel of presenters about a year ago, and they're really, really good tips. So I thought that it would be great to share them with you. Tip number one, you must understand that which motivates you. What is your why? Why did you get involved with the business? We covered this already. Your why is important because despite anything that comes your way, your why is going to keep driving you forward. Tip number two, pursue your own personal development. Your goal must be meaningful. Cultivate an optimistic mindset. Hold on to rich social relationships. The more you learn, the more you earn. And you have to learn by just going out there and doing it. Personal and professional development, I am so big into this because you have to grow into the person that you wish to become. And in order to do that, you have to be exposed to different experiences, different educational materials that will help you further that growth. And so always be accountable to yourself. Take responsibility for your own personal development. If you look at some of the most successful people, and let's take athletes, for example, they're always looking to mentors. They're always, working on their craft to get better so that they can reach that elite level. It's no different in your business. If you want to reach a top level and maybe you're not there yet, then you have to grow into that. And in order to grow into that, you have to complete those developmental activities that will help you get there. Tip number three, learn the word next. Make a concerted effort to stay off of the yes-no roller coaster. Do not let no set you back. It's so crazy because if you think about kids, and my niece, my youngest niece, she's a great example of this. They do not have a problem asking for what they want no does not faze kids at all. It's like, I'll keep asking until I get what I want. And if I don't get what I want, okay, it's cool, off to the next thing. But somewhere along the line, I don't know what happens, but some adults become afraid of the word no. And the key is to remain unemotional about it. Don't be emotionally attached. Just know that you're going out there and you're inviting people to take a look at information. And if they say no, then that's fine. At least they had an opportunity to expose to our great product. And sometimes no does not mean no. Sometimes no means no, not now. And so keep that in mind. Don't be emotionally attached to the word. Just know that it's the way of life. But you don't want the fear of no to keep you from working towards your dreams. Tip number four, manage your money and gold. Our mission is to help the masses get access to high-quality gold at an affordable price. We also want to help people rid themselves from the system of debt. In doing so, it's important to manage your money and your gold because we're helping people to save in gold. Be smart. Spend less than you make. We want people to accumulate assets, gold, but we want you to accumulate residual income and be smart about it so that you can create the wealth of life that you deserve, and also save for your taxes. Maybe you're a person who's new to the business arena. The great thing about our platform is that all of your transactional activity in invoice format is in your back office account. You'll be able to download all of that information and provide it to your tax advisor so that you can be responsible from a tax perspective. Tip number five, get out of your comfort zone. Let go of any fear. Your mindset is important. You have to believe in yourself. It all starts with the mind. It all starts with your thoughts. If you believe that you can achieve it, then you're going to get it. And also, don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. I am always uncomfortable, and it's a nerve-wracking feeling. I feel knots in my stomach at times, but I embrace it because I know that I'm growing and I want to continue to grow because in growth, not only do I develop personally and professionally, but it will help me to serve in a greater way as a result of that growth. So never be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and know that you have my full support to help you do that. I'm all for mentoring in a non-intrusive way. So always embrace getting out of your comfort zone because at the end of the day, it's going to help you attain um, those things in your life that you would like to do. Tip number 6, step into your mind C-suite. You are the CEO of your independent business. How would you conduct your days as a CEO? What activities would you complete daily as a CEO? You know, treat your business like a business and it will reward you like a business. Treat it like a hobby and it will reward you like a hobby. Dedicate a workspace just for your business. So a few points on these topics. From my experience within the last 12 years, I think this is probably the only industry where sometimes people enter it and they want successful results yesterday without really taking into consideration that they must treat it like a business. If you got a job for anyone and you started tomorrow, wouldn't you give it your all for the next 90 days because you would want to prove to the person who hired you that they did not make a mistake? Also, you want to hopefully excel in your job and just be the best and do the best that you can possibly do. In this industry, why wouldn't you do the same, especially when the results can be tremendous and as a byproduct, it can change you and your family's life forever. Why wouldn't you give that same level of effort for yourself versus someone else? And this is something that I see not just in our company. I'm not even talking about Karatbars International. I'm just talking across the board, just from communicating with different people from different companies. I see that. So think about it like this. If Mark Zuckerberg hired you to be the CEO of Facebook tomorrow, what would be the things that you would do on a daily basis to move Facebook forward? And think of it on a high level like that with your business. You know, what tasks, what activities would you complete on a daily basis to move your business forward? Treat it like a business so that it will reward you like a business. The other evening, I was working late and a team member, it was almost midnight, and a team partner texted me with the question and they were surprised that I was still working. And I remember responding and saying like, hey, I have to be the example to you all that I want you to be. I can't treat this like a hobby and expect you to be CEOs. I can't do that. And the person responded and said, you know what, like, I get it. And this month, that's going to be my number one goal. I'm going to treat my business like a business. Dedicate a workspace just for your business. I'm used to working from home as a result of my corporate experience, so I have that discipline to be able to work in any environment and still do what I need to do. But if you don't have that discipline quite yet, then find a workspace that you can dedicate just for your office. Tip number 7, stay organized. Plan your days the night before. What does your perfect day look like? What does your perfect day feel like? Every morning, do the thing that will have the biggest impact on your business. Focus on income-producing activities. I'm blessed to really be organized, so that's one of my, I would call superpowers. I live by the calendar. I schedule activities. I plan on Sunday evenings. I plan out my following week based on my goals and objectives that I've set for myself for the month and the year, and I back into it. And that's how I stay on track from a personal perspective. Will things change throughout the year? Absolutely. But I have a baseline set as a result of the goals and objectives that I've set for the year. And then, I break it down on a monthly basis and break it down on a weekly basis and assess results and try to adjust so that I can, keep moving forward. I am guilty of not wanting to do the things that I want to do first. And that's something that I'm getting better at. Just going ahead and knocking out the things that you don't want to do, because I find from my own experience that the things that I don't want to do often take me longer to do it because I don't want to do it. But if I just go ahead and stay focused and just knock it out and do it, then I can knock out everything else that I need to accomplish for today because I've focused on the things that I don't want to do, or those income producing activities like making calls, reaching out to people for the business, helping team members, etc. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. Focus on income producing activities. If you're not used to, I would say working for yourself does require discipline. And if you're not used to managing your time, especially if you're used to working for someone else, then it can be a little different. And so I would suggest and or share that think about the activities that you consistently want to complete on a daily basis to move your business forward. And then once you determine those activities, look at your calendar, and maybe there are some non-negotiables that you have to do on a daily basis, maybe pick up your kids or what have you. Schedule blocks of time in your calendar that are consistent so that you can complete those activities. I find that that will help you to stay on track. Again, it goes back to managing this as if you're the CEO of your company. So if you decide from 9 to 11 a.m. you're going to make calls, or 9 to 10 you're going to make calls, then block that on your calendar. If someone calls you, your buddy or a relative, you call them after your time is up and you say, I'm sorry I missed your call, but I was not available during this time I was working. So that's the type of discipline that, you may have to discipline yourself into, getting in the habit of doing on a recurring basis. But once you do it on a recurring basis, it will become second nature. Tip number 8, create meaningful experiences for your prospects, customers, and team members. What is the experience that you want the people around you to have? Become the chief experience officer. When I heard that term, I fell in love with it. At the end of the day, we are almost close to 400,000 affiliates worldwide in Karatbars. Why would someone want to choose to do business with you as a customer or as an affiliate? What can you offer that the next person can't offer? And so keep that in mind, treat people as you would want to be treated, the golden rule. How can you add value to others that are not just transactional, where you're just signing someone up and you leave them hanging? How can you make them feel like, wow, like I wasn't expecting this, but I'm so glad that I, chose to partner with John or Mary because they are really going above the call of duty to really take care of me and make me feel like they have my back. They really make me feel like they want me to be successful in this business and they're not trying to make a quick buck off of me. And so what, types of experiences can you create for your client or your new team member? It's easy to get a new customer. It's hard to keep them. But it's easier to keep selling to your existing client if you're keeping them happy. So make it a practice to create a great experience for those to whom you interact with, because it will make a world of difference. Tip number 9, become and develop leadership. If you want leaders, you have to have actions that inspire others, put others before yourself. I'm just sharing this out of humility, but my books won't show, but I probably have registered or recruited. I shouldn't say recruit is not the right word. I have signed up more people, just as many people for my team members as I have myself. And what does that mean? That means that I have team partners who have reached out to me because maybe they're working a full-time job and they say, hey, Bubbles, I have someone who's really interested in Karatbars International. Can you reach out to them on my behalf? And I'm like, sure. And they, share their contact info. I reach out to them. I plug them into the information. I follow up with them, and they decide to join us. Now, do I have to do that? No, but the thing is, when you're a team, that's what you do. Together, everyone achieves more. Now, will the book show that? No. Does it matter? No, because at the end of the day, everybody wins, and that's what counts, that we all win. And so this goes back to the golden rule: treat people the way that you would want to be treated, and you can't expect of others what you wouldn't be willing to do yourself. And so, keep that in mind as you, move forward in your business. And then tip number 10, remain persistent and consistent. Find your strength inside of your struggle. Never quit. Persistence and consistency is key. Consistently complete those activities in your business that are going to move you forward, because you'll find that it's those consistent activities where it balances out at the end. This is a crazy analogy perhaps, but I play Candy Crush every day. I don't know, maybe it's the addiction. You can only play 5 games until, you have to take a break, but that's just like my ritual. There have been weeks, I have gone like 3 weeks without winning a game. And then there could be times where one day I might win 5 games in a row. And I'll sit back and I'll think, how did I do that? Because the level was pretty challenging, but I'll just like win. Or I can go a week, a month, 2 months without winning. But I consistently play 5 games a day, and it all balances out. And I see forward progression in my winning, even though I may go a while without winning. So to translate that to your business, you may hit a patch where you're like, man, I can't, what is going on? But then you may hit a patch where you're like, man, I'm hitting it out of the park. But then when you look at your overall results, you're like, wow, at the beginning of the month I was here and I felt like I had a rough patch, but I'm looking at the last day of the month and I'm here. So that's pretty crazy, but I like it. And so keep that in mind as it pertains to being consistent in your actions and just remaining persistent. No one is exempt from struggle. No one is exempt from challenges and trials, but do you have the grit and wherewithal to work through it so that you can get to the other side? And it's within your struggle that you're going to find your strength. And when you get through any struggle, you'll sit back and you'll be like, oh, MG, I am over the top strong as a result of going through this. I did not want to go through this, but when I think about it, like, I'm so much better as a result of going through it. Like, think about the diamond that's formed as a result of the pressure that is applied to it. You are that diamond. Pressure will come your way, but if you could just stay strong and stay firm, you're going to be so much better as a result of it. So never quit. And the last tip, create a vision board. We've just talked about previously how you should create your goals, understand your why, but what are the things that you would love to accomplish as a result of your Karatbars International business? Put those things on a vision board and look at it on a recurring basis, because you'll find that the universe, a divine presence, will start to put opportunities or people in your path that will help you to work towards getting those things on your vision board. And so I'm definitely a huge believer in vision boards. I saw an Instagram post by Steve Harvey, and he had a picture of his vision board. He says, my vision board is on my desktop computer, my cell phone, and my mobile device. I haven't gone that far, but I definitely have my vision board on my mobile devices. So definitely do that. You can pop it into a Word document, do it the old-fashioned way, get you a board or get you a notebook, but definitely, clip some pictures, some text, and, create your own vision board. I would like to thank you so much for tuning in. This is probably a really, really long segment, but I do believe that it's probably one of the most important of all of the videos, because at the end of the day, it starts with your mind. It starts with your belief system. Do you believe in our products? Do you believe in the importance of helping people save and go? Do you believe that you have a way to help people, change their lives financially, rid themselves from debt, just help them to reach any freedom goal that they have, whatever their definition of freedom is? Do you believe that? And when you believe something, like, it so comes through and people receive it and they're like, yeah, I don't even know what's going on with that Karatbars, but I'm so hyped up by her energy. Like, I want to be on board because it sounds like they're doing something good and I want to be a part of it. I don't want to miss out. And so on that basis, I commend you for taking the first step in your journey. Definitely reach out to me if I can be of any support in any capacity. I believe what you put out comes back to you, and I really try my very best to be of service to others. And so definitely do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I will see you at the top.